Now, it was reported last night that Jordan Poole and Draymond Green got into a physical altercation around, it was like 9:30 something last night at the Warriors facility. Allegedly, Draymond Green, I guess, just hauled off and punched Buddy in the face. Now, this is reported by pretty much Shams, Woj, Chris Haynes, Yahoo, all of them. So this is definitely 100% real. And apparently, this is like nothing new between Draymond and Jordan Poole. Apparently, according to Yahoo, that they have had some tension going on since the beginning of training camp. Could this be, something going on with the extension? It's kind of suspicious to me that a similar situation happened with Draymond and KD back in, what was that, 2018, when the team was going to prioritize Kevin Durant re-signing and give him the max over Draymond Green. And then all of a sudden, Draymond Green pulls that stunt against the Clippers and pretty much ensures that if there was any doubt in Kevin Durant's mind about staying with the Warriors, he pretty much just made sure that Kevin Durant was definitely going to leave, and he was able to get his $100 million. Now all of a sudden again, Jordan Poole's going to be up for Tyler Herro just got like 120, so I'm assuming Jordan Poole's going to get somewhere in that type of range. I'm assuming that's at least what he's going to ask for, right? And basically, they've come out and said that they're not going to give Draymond Green the max at all. He's not getting that money. He's had a change of attitude, allegedly, as well, that he's been acting, I guess, with a big ego or something like that ever since the all-season happened after they won the championship. So maybe he feels like it's an opportunity to possibly push Jordan Poole out, guarantee they get some money. Jordan Poole isn't, quote-unquote, really part of, the Golden State Warriors' main culture anyways in Draymond Green's mind, so he probably feels like it's not really that big a deal. Fuck it, push this guy out. I get my bread. All good. Again, I don't know. I'm not going to say that because, again, that would be a little scummy by Draymond, but I don't necessarily think that's not a possibility. Because I'm just saying it's just a coincidence that all of a sudden now you want to start these issues with Jordan Poole in the all season. Like, that's just strange after it's been reported that they can't pay everybody now. They can't pay Wiggins, Poole, and you. And all of a sudden now you want to start physical altercations and chirping. And you just came off a championship. You already know that, the team can't pay everybody. So it's going to be, a little bit of tension, a little bit of questioning about what's going on. Are they going to be able to reset? This type of stuff on the team. Right now you want to have as much chemistry, as much cohesion as possible, right? You want to make sure that your team is operating on the max level just in case this is your last ride, right? Like, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, okay, damn, if this is going to be our last ride and someone got to go, let's make sure we go win this chip. Let's go do everything possible to win this chip. Why would you want to fuck with that? But it also goes back to Jordan Poole, too. If it is true that Jordan Poole is actually showing an ego, I'm not coming to the mentality coming into this year that I'm going to improve my defense, improve my playmaking, get my ball handle under control, especially when he's driving to the rim. He gets very erratic, and, he starts... I don't know, he starts flailing with the basketball. He starts picking up his dribble, turn the ball over, get more consistent with his jump shooting. He was very, very streaky this season, especially shooting the basketball from three. He was very, very streaky. He would go some extremely hot stretches, then he would get very, very cold. He was very inconsistent last season. Why not work on improving all those things? Now Bruce chance of winning another championship. You could probably win $6 million a year. And also, if you improve on all the things, guess what? They're going to be forced to give you the money. And if they don't want to give it to you, someone else is. You can, maybe instead of getting, 110, you may get 135. If that is true. Now, of course, Andre Iguodala came out and said basically that this is not true. That Jordan Poole does not have an attitude problem. And that basically is all made up. So I don't know what that was going on. Klay Thompson, this was probably a couple weeks ago, maybe even last week or something like that, claimed that he had to humble Jordan Poole by winning a 3-point contest. I was like, okay, that's very strange. So Klay Thompson coming out saying that Jordan Poole needs to be humbled. Now, essentially, I guess Draymond Green and some Warriors players, basically multiple, are saying that Jordan Poole has been acting different and I guess needs to be humbled. So maybe is this a Klay Thompson, Draymond Green type damn thing that's going on here against Jordan Poole? I mean, again, I don't know. But it's strange that all of a sudden all this is happening. Now, also, allegedly, he's going to be punished. And I don't know, what the punishment is going to be because I'm assuming that people fight all the time at practice or get into at least altercations. Maybe if it's not a fist, but definitely some pushing, shoving, without a doubt, probably a little bit of, guy in the air, push him hard down to the ground. This stuff has to happen a lot. So I was like, okay, what really are you going to, what is the punishment going to be? Like, are you gonna like what? He can't play preseason. Is he gonna miss the first 2 games of the regular season? What is it? Do you really want to drag this into the regular season? Like, you kind of might want to just cut this off right now. Like, why would you want to bring this into the regular season for? A $50,000 or even $100,000 fine, and just end it. He apologized for it. Just give him $100,000 fine or something like that, and just end this whole shit. So that way you can completely reset, refresh, and get it popping. Again, I don't think them getting into an altercation is a big deal. For me, what's a big deal is the reason why they're getting into the altercation. Because altercations at this high of a level, with this level of competitiveness and intensity on teams happens all the time. I don't give a fuck what anyone's trying to tell you. This shit happens all the time. So that's not the issue, really. The issue is, why is this happening? Is it happening because of that, or do someone have some underlying motives here? I think it's a little bit of all of them. I think it's a little bit of Jordan Poole feeling himself too much. Again, I said this before. Jordan Poole comes off as a very me, showy type player. Watch me, look at this. Him getting a big ego, and walking into the wars to say like, yeah, he's the man, or he's about to be the man, or whatever like that. I can picture in how it could probably rub someone like Draymond Green the wrong way, who is probably used to a certain energy coming from the players on the team. Again, it's not that I think when people say he doesn't have an ego or he's egoless, what that really means is he doesn't have to go out of his way to express or talk about how good or how great he is all the time in like some showboaty way. Again, believing that you're great is not the same thing as having an ego or having an ego issue. That's not the same thing at all. You can believe that you're great. Like, Steph Curry believes that he's great. He believes that he's probably the best player in the world, or if not probably the best, at least deserves to be in the conversation. Doesn't mean he has a fucking ego. Doesn't mean that he's like ego tripping. But it also doesn't mean that he needs to go out of his way to always express that and talk about how great he is and how special he is and all that shit, because it's really not needed. You understand? Like, that's what I mean when I say they're egoless. It's not that they not even necessarily A, don't have an ego, or B, don't think that they're great. It's that they don't feel the need to overly express it all the time. You understand? Does Jordan Poole have that ability in him? Because we keep calling him the next Steph Curry. Does he have that ability? That's what really, to me, makes Steph Curry Steph Curry. It's not the shooting, it's not any other shit. Is that he seems to understand how to keep himself in check. He doesn't get too over the top with himself or too below, it seems. And you need that. You need a few guys like that, especially your main guys. You need a couple of your main guys on your team to be that way, because people are just naturally, they get that ego, cocky shit. Oh yeah, I'm the man. Look at me. They get that naturally, especially when you're great, number one, but also when you're making money, you got the fame. Let's be for real. I guarantee you, Jordan Poole has probably had the most amount of bitches texting him and DMing him and trying to fuck him since he's won the championship, and his name has been getting out there. Let's just keep it a bean. He's young. He's 22. That shit is, it's affecting him a little bit. Let's just be real about it. He's also about to get the most money he's ever had, so he's probably thinking about all the shit he's about to buy, the car, the houses, the jewelry, the clothes. You have to wear that in, so maybe Draymond Green saw that and said, you know what? Let me check this now before we get to the season so that this has become a big issue.